Traveling to Nepal.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this quick little best of 5 set here with Overwatch Champions. We're going to get right into the action right off the bat here on Nepal, but real quick, your hosts tonight include myself, Wuri, here with, as always, the lovely and talented Julia.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, indeed? And yeah, as we said, this is just going to be a little quick little best of 5, first to 3, of course. And we are here with the blue team SlipStream and the red team the Hive. So getting right into the action here on Nepal, and looks like the match is about to begin.
Yeah, one thing I'm confused by right off the bat is the comp that SlipStream is running right now with the D.Va instead of a Zarya with the Reinhardt is kind of confusing. During the meta, it's currently based around Zarya Reinhardt comps. It seems a little ineffective.
Definitely some weird tank picks, but we are going to get right into the action right away. As Fun on Junkrat going to go ahead and pick that Brigitte right off the map real quick, as it looks like the Hive is already grouped up here on the objective with most of their team there consistently on that, as they're going to cap very quickly, due in part to that that early pick on a Velix there on the Baguette. But seems that SlipStream's going to have to regroup now and try to push this center point here again, as we really didn't see much of a fight from them after the Brigitte went down there. But it looks like they are coming back here, attacking from the left side this time, as we are going to see Q Banks, that's how you say that name, get picked right off the bat. Again, another pick here before the fight's really even started from the Hive, which is sort of forcing SlipStream to reset here, but it looks like they're not going to. Unfortunately for them, they are a little bit too split up, as we're going to see that Zarya as well as Fawn on the Junkrat grab 2 picks, which is now going to force SlipStream to reset. What is going wrong here for SlipStream, Julia?
So right now, the problem that SlipStream has is a lack of coordination with their pushes. They're always getting picked up early, and as you see here is the line off the edge right there. Going in alone when there's absolutely no reason to. They do not have the coordination necessary right now to, I think, make an organized push, while on the other hand, Hive is basically just farming ults off Solano. And because of how much health D.Va has, and just generally the way they're playing, they can go in, get a pick, have full ults for the next fight, use one, win the fight, and that's going to be a cycle that continues as they have 5 ults here coming up.
Oh, definitely. A huge difference there in the gameplay that we're seeing right now. But we are seeing another attack here from SlipStream. They are going to pop that Coalescence right off the bat, as we do see the Earth Shatter, but it doesn't do very much, as Q-Banks is going to go down very quickly there. The sights do come off for both teams. Cage and Wise Guy going to grab a pick on Fun, as it looks like we do see SlipStream making a little bit of headway here, but Hive is still grouped up very well on this objective, as we do see this this Baguette grab another pick there on Cage and Wise Guy, and that's going to be the first round, where it just looks like there was a bit of an even fight, but it is going to be 100-0 there in favor of the Hive. Honestly, just seemed like SlipStream was unable to get much of an organized attack there before it was too late. It looked like they had a few picks going for him on that fight, but clock was not on their side.
Yeah, one thing I noticed off the bat was the use of the speed boost by Intartisan actually saved the point. Since the thing that was differing between the Hive and the SlipStream was that the Hive was always groups up. It's basically like they're running a death ball comp. They're able to just go in, get a whole bunch of picks, and then snowball off of that. While on the other hand, basically how spread out the Hive was, spread out SlipStream was, led to their demise, I feel like, last.
Definitely. We even saw that in that last attack there as well, where it looked like they were going to go for something a little more organized, maybe taking our advice a little bit there, but it did fall flat with that spread out attack.
Yeah, and what's unfortunate is they all got shattered, which led to an unfortunate scene on their part.
Definitely. And here comes SlipStream again, trying to sneak around the corner, and it looks like they're actually making a little bit of progress there. Is Alano going to go ahead and pick Banana right off the bat? That is giving SlipStream a little bit of progress here. But unfortunately, the Hive is able to stay on this objective, cap it, and then get picks of their own. Fun on Peter Panning right there, as well as Avilix going down. A lot of people just getting knocked off the edge here. Interesting plan there from SlipStream. That seemed like they wanted to go around the back. Also, Q-Bank's going to get picked right there as he's trying to hide behind the objective, but it's not going to fool the Hive. Really seems like they, again, could have had something going for them, but they really threw their lead there as the Hive just kind of stayed on that objective and stayed grouped up, and they were able to defend that quite easily.
Yeah, definitely. The first thing I noticed was that SlipStream actually basically just suicided twice just before the fight started, which led to a serious disadvantage on their part. Let's go in with the charge, gonna get 2 with that. Choosing.
Oh yeah, Cajun Wise Guy already getting a couple of picks here. Definitely helping out his team, as the Avilix is gonna go ahead and knock D.Va right out of mech, as well as get rid of that baby D.Va right off the map. As well as the D.Va Bomb gonna go ahead and get rid of Dynamics B on the baguette, which is going to be a clear point here, meaning that SlipStream can finally get themselves on the scoreboard. Slowly ticking up here, but it should be said that the Hive already hit 53%, so there's not a lot of time for SlipStream to be wasting right now.
A wasted pulse bomb on Avilix's part. Missed it. There we go.
Look at Cajun Wise Guy there, knocking people off the edge before they can even get into range to do enough damage. The Hive is going to have to reset yet again, as they are down a tank and a healer.
One thing I want to notice here is that both ults seem to be about even on both sides. However, SlipStream right now has more defensive ults and defensive ults, so if they can take advantage of this here, they can basically just stall this out till the end. There's going to be the ult from Mix2, and that's going to get absolutely no one.
Unfortunately, absolutely no one, but it is going to spread out. It is going to spread SlipStream out very thin here, as Q-Banks we did see get knocked off right before the fight even started here. Cajun Wise Guy is trying to cause some disruption there in the backlines, but it's not effective, as he does blow his justice raining from above. As Dynamics B again getting another pick there with the with that Brigitte shift ability. I'm unsure what that's called, but knocking some people off the edge and getting some elims that way. As Banana's going to go ahead and get a pick as well on Voidex. Which did, by the way, enable the Hive to cap this objective quite a little bit ago. It seemed like SlipStream got broken up a little bit too soon there before they were even able to say much of anything. So the Hive was able to go ahead and recap that. They are at 80% now, slowly ticking away, but SlipStream is all the way back pretty much already. 85% here. They don't have much time to do what they gotta do to recap this objective. We did see the pulse bomb go off. It's not gonna do much, but Coalescence is going off as well here. Stream. There goes Ryan. Or there goes both the Ryans, anyways. So that's gonna set both teams back a tank. But the Hive does not care, as the tactical visor is coming out. There goes game 1 to the Hive. So much happening there in the end, but definitely that visor helped, as well as those other picks there from the Hive staying really compact and close together. But let's take a look at the play of the game here from Cajun Wise Guy. Definitely helping out his team, SlipStream here, capping the objective. But let's take a look.
Nice. Gonna get 2 with that operator and go for a block.
And there's that. Yep, there's that 4th. So that was great. Good job, Cajun Wise Guy. Proud of you.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, definitely helped cap that for them. But unfortunately, it proved to be futile. So it's going to be game 1 to the Hive, and I think we're going to take a little bit of a break and head on to game 2 in a bit.
Traveling to Route 66.
All right, we are back here on Route 66 this time with quick little Overwatch Champions best of 5 set. Last game we saw the Hive victory there on Nepal, and it looks like they're going to be starting off on defense, or excuse me, on offense here. The Hive is starting on offense, and we have a SlipStream defense. So we'll get the game going in about 35 seconds, but just some first impressions of the team comps. What do you think these guys are doing differently this time?
So my problem is that again, the SlipStreamers running the same comps before they had in the beginning, which is the Pharah, D.Va, and it doesn't seem like they're running anything here because they're running a Mercy and a Mercy Moira Brigade, which is kind of a questionable comp, as you're not running 2 main healers is kind of frowned upon in this meta. You need a Zen for damage, you need Lucio for speed. They have neither, so that's going to put them at a big disadvantage here. But at the same time, the Hive is only running a Moira for heals in exchange for their damage, which I think is a pretty good pick. We'll see how it turns out though.
It could be interesting to see where this goes, especially since we saw such a coordinated team Hive here. It just might work here with this sort of low heal comp that they're going for. But see where that goes. We do see the entire Hive here grouped up on the payload, moving very slowly towards their destination. As we do see the classic SlipStream going for that classic defense on top of Big Earls. Half of them have jumped down already here. We do see Velix going in a little bit by himself, but he's able to back out quite quickly and ensure that he is going to remain safe. We do see a little bit of Pharah Mercy here. Voidex trying to pocket as much as he can while still keeping the rest of his team up. We do see Peter panning on Moira again, which is spreading Voidex a little thin here in terms of the heals. But of course we know Moira can have quite a healing output. But we're seeing SlipStream get split up a little bit again here, as that is going to be a pick for SlipStream, or for the Hive on SlipStream, of course, there with the Brigitte, as we are going to see 2 more picks here. Hermes and McStokes, I suppose that is, going to grab that Mercy as well as the Pharah, and we are going to see the Brigitte ult come off there. Dynamics B going to pick Cubinix, as well as McStokes knocking that enemy D.Va out of mech. Quite a bit of a steamroll here. Sorry, what was that, Julie?
Oh, sorry, don't worry about that. One big good thing I've noticed here, right after that, is when the Hive noticed the Zarya wasn't working out, they instantly swapped. Simple as that. The D.Va here directly counters both D.Va, contrary to most people's opinion, is the counter to Pharah. You don't run a soldier to counter Pharah, you run a D.Va. D.Va Zen is the only way, the best way, to kill a Pharah, a Junkrat, whatever you need. So running the D.Va here instead of the Junkrat was a very smart idea on their part. But that also allowed them to get their coalescence pretty fast, and this fight, they're coming in with their Earthshatter. They can keep it up.
Ooh, definitely, and we are going to see a lot of these ults go off right before much of the fight even starts here. Just to note a few fun right there, grabbed the Rhine as well as the Mercy before SlipStream had anything to say, as well as Zolano there on SlipStream, able to get a D.Va bomb, which did actually forgot who that killed right there, but it did manage to pick one, so that's putting them on the map a little bit here. But it doesn't look like SlipStream, really has much to say, as a lot of these ults we're going to see go off right now. Cajun Wise Guy trying his best as always here. He is going to grab 2 with that Justice, but Dynamics B is able to knock him right out of the sky very quickly, and even before that we saw the Hive grab many picks, as well as Artisan grabbing Peter panning there towards the end. But at some point it seemed pretty much like every member of the Hive was able to just pick someone off of SlipStream. So SlipStream really is going to need to have a more coordinated defense, and even still it looks like they're going a little bit a little bit unorganized here. We see 3 in the middle, and we see that Reaper there on the left trying to join his team here on the middle. Soldier 76 there trying to rain some damage, but it's not exactly working out too great for him, as he does have a D.Va on him, and here comes the Mora Ball as well. Yeah, he did manage to knock that D.Va out of mech, but he's going to have to back up. Banana going to go ahead and grab a pick there with that triple shot, and as well as Artisan grabbing a Velix before he can really do anything. Fun knocking Cubinex right out of the match as...
Yeah, one thing I've noticed right now is just SlipStream CPS don't play by their healers at all. Absolutely not. They're always halfway across the map, not in range of getting healed, and that leads to a lack of damage output on the side of SlipStream. And that led to, you know, Hive right now taking that round 3-0. 4 minutes left on the clock. Nice take.
0-3. Switching sides.
What? Oh hey, 40 left. Fantastic. All right. So coming up here, we got ourselves a pretty good thing, I think. Pretty good thing, I guess. With Hive gonna stick with that D.Va and Reinhardt on the defense here, and along swap into a Mercy in order to get that damage boost for the Soldier. So on the high ground here, over at the diner, there is a pretty good chance that if you do stand there with a Mercy ult, Mercy boosting you, you will do a lot more damage. It's pretty nice. But the Junkrat as well, basically, I feel like this is a comp meant to shatter shields, which is going to be pretty cool here. Void X only picking off... wait, hold on. So yeah, so far, it looks like SlipStream has only picked themselves up a Roadhog and a Pharah, which is kind of confusing considering there's only 4 seconds left. It looks like they're going to go for a standard comp, possibly? Yeah, standard comp, possibly. They're running themselves the Reinhardt, the Roadhog, and I'm not sure on the healers, though. I think that's going to be the most important bit. The healers that SlipStream chooses here are going to be what makes or breaks the fight.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Upcoming soon, we got ourselves basically the same comp we had before, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like SlipStream is going to forego the main tank entirely. Hopefully not. It'd be awful if they did that. Let's see if they come back to me. Yeah, there we go. Zelano picking up that Reinhardt. And that's going to be pretty cool on our part, because, again, it looks like a mirror match on both sides, with the only difference being the Roadhog and the D.Va between the two sides. Along with the Pharah, but we do have the hit scan deal with that as well as the Pharah, as well as the D.Va, so it shouldn't be an issue for the Hive coming into this fight. And it was going to try to... Yeah, I realized. So it looks like right off the bat, we're going to have ourselves just have a shield real quick between Zelano and Hermes. Kitchenwell's going to get a quick pick on Saint Partisan, giving them extra help here as one healer is down on the meta. And Avilix is going to push up using Shield Bash in order to get in. Wodex is going to get pushed back here, and it looks like they're going to go for basically just a standard push in. It looks like the Hive is going to go try to get a throw out of the air as the first pick, but as it turns out, let's just keep getting pushed back here. But that's an opening pick from Hermes onto Avilix, and that's going to be both viewers down on the side of SlipStream, but maybe not, as Cubinex does res Avilix here. Both teams seem to be just taking out thing, and that's going to be Kitchenwell taking another pick onto Fun here, but that's going to be rise off from the Mercy, and basically even on both sides. Dynamics B getting something with their shields stun there right there, and Banana getting that ult real quick, gonna probably pop it soon? Yeah, probably. And the ult advantage here is going to be in favor of the Void, who have themselves a pretty good hold on thing. I think this is going to be, yeah, this one is going to be definitely be going to the Hive right now. That's going to be picked from McTusities onto Cajun Wise Guy, and that's going to pair out the fight. What SlipStream should do here would be to regroup and try again in a bit. But with a 4 ults advantage, it seems like definitely SlipStream is the lead here. Hey Worry, welcome back. So right now we got Banana up top, trying to focus on the far up. That's not going to happen. Cajun Wise, we can take him out real quick, and that's gonna be the point 5 on point for the Hive here, as they're gonna sell here. The attack coming out from Fun, gonna pick up no one. But that's going to be 2 picks from Hermes, and Cuban X is going to try to get that res, gets the res. Reinhardt's back up, but not for long, as it looks like he's going to get hooked by the entire team. HMY guy trying to get top, get some picks out of that, did not happen. Not happen. And with a 3-0 advantage still, it looks like the Hive has this point. Although, it does seem like currently we're going to have a little bit of an issue as SlipStream does have their coalescence as well as their rally coming up soon. If they can get some armor off before the fight starts, they should be able to go in and get this really fast, and it would be... Or it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as the Roadhog on the side of SlipStream is getting focused off pretty hard. Zelana's going in, trying to get his own pick. It's moved back by the Moira, but that's going to be a pick on from the Pharaoh. Ah, there we go. So, looks like even on both sides right now. Mixed Stokes is trying to go in, gets Wise guys off that. And it looks like almost all of the Void is getting pushed back behind the gas station. That's going to be ult out. Did it get anyone? Yeah, it gets the Mercy. And that's going to be a lack of healing on the side of... Yeah, that's going to be a lack of healing on the side of SlipStream here. That's going to be 2 picks in favor of SlipStream, 2 picks in favor of the Void, and that's going to be Shatter landed by Hermes. That's going to get themselves pretty much everyone on point right now. That's going to get one, Fun gets one. That's going to be an even fight. The only person left from SlipStream here right now is Far that can stay down quickly, and that's going to be 6 seconds. Can they even push to blame time? Tracy's trying to come around behind. Can probably touch, yeah, touches. But team thought it was over, so they gave up the cart. That'd be their failure here, as it looks like SlipStream will have time to regroup here. But Void X popping his ult, gonna get himself the whole hog going on. And get absolutely nothing out of that. That's gonna be 3 picks in favor of Void. And that comes out, does not get anyone. Just 1 Coalescence left, and that's gonna be the game going to Void here. 2-0 on Route 66 in the best of 5.
Play of the game. Traveling to Volskaya Industries.
Okay, welcome back, guys. We're here with Game 3, and my internet disconnected during the last match, so very sorry about that. But of course, I know that my co-caster Julia did an excellent job by herself, which is it's very hard to pull off. So don't give her too much grief over it. That was my bad, internet problems. But enough about that. We are here with Game 3. We have seen a 2-0 so far here from the Hive. As looks like they are going to be attacking first on Volskaya, and the attack is beginning now here for the Hive. So let's see what SlipStream has for defense.
Looks like they're just slapping them the same comp, but it looks like SlipStream chose not to give themselves like any kind of mobility at all, and are instead just gonna try to do something instead of kind of putting them in the wrong favor as boys just able to walk on to point here.
Oh, absolutely. We are seeing basically the Hive just waltz on over there, attacking from the left with little opposition. And it looks like SlipStream's almost a little too afraid to get on the objective here, and rightfully so perhaps, as Zolano does go down just for simply touching the point. Voidek's going down as well as Peter panning almost all to Banana there, as it looks like SlipStream's trying their best to group up. We are going to see the teleporter go down, I believe, but that's not going to do much as it's going down very quickly. And the Hive is just going all out here on their attack, as it looks like they're already headed to the B objective here. Already on it, and they're just ticking away here on this second point.
Yeah, with 3 down, it does look like the Hive's had an advantage too, as they're able to just take advantage of the lack of coordination on the side of SlipStream and go from that. They have 3 ults coming up too, so we'll use those soon. As well as the Shatter here. Only the Mei remains on point. If they can get the Mei down, then they get it, basically.
I mean, pretty much. Lots and lots of damage and ults coming off from the Hive here. We're going to see the team kill at the very end with all of the Hive grouped up on that second point. An absolute steamroll here, unlike the other 2 games that we've seen before, with 6:20 remaining for the Hive here. Honestly, I would love to see what SlipStream can pull out here if they can do some kind of attack like that. But that was really quite an impressive attack from the Hive.
Definitely, that was 100% coordinated, and the way they used ultimates, basically not as a game, but in sequential as if they practiced before, was pretty. It takes a lot of coordination to do that kind of thing, and I think that was pretty impressive. On the other hand, though, the way that the SlipStream set up defense with focusing on the left side instead of the right is something I'm not really a fan of, because the right side offers the most chances for the attacker to get in, as it has a whole just upper wing, lots of surface area, lots of areas just walk through. But you need at least one person over there, and the fact that they didn't have that made it pretty easy for the Hive to just walk in, take some ground, and then go from there.
Oh, definitely. We saw not much of a defense from SlipStream on many occasions. It looked like they were too afraid to defend that first objective there, and it all fell apart after that. As we did see a few go down, and the staggering there from the Hive really proved to be quite effective, as the whole SlipStream team there wasn't able to get back together for the rest of the game, or for the rest of the round anyways. But yeah, very, very impressive attack yet again, and we'll just have to see what happens here with SlipStream.
Very exciting to see what would happen.
Just taking a look at their comp, of course, looks like they're going for a little bit of a dive comp here, which could be interesting, especially since we do see a whole lot of damage here from the Hive, especially on that Junkrat and the Brigitte. Could be quite. And we're gonna go ahead and see the pause.
All right, that's what's up. We got ourselves a pause coming up now. AFK Ryan, fantastic.
Awesome. Looks like Hermes is a little bit AFK, but okay. I think he just came back.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. All right.
Sorry about that short delay, but looks like Ryan is back and ready to go, whipping out his shield.
Woo, we did it. Okay.
Short delay, but we are back, and it looks like SlipStream's gonna go ahead and group up.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. It looks like something to put them away on the point right now as the village just kind of stands there. That's gonna allow the Void to just try to stall for time.
The Felix actually does manage to get a pick there, but unfortunately Artisan's gonna bring him down and bring back Banana, as the rest of the SlipStream attack has sort of fallen apart on its own, separate from the defense there on the objective. It looks like they're still trying to go for some sort of attack here, despite their dwindled numbers. They do only have half of the team, but Vilix has come back here on the Tracer. He is trying to zip around, do a little bit of damage, and he's looking for healing from the Moira, but he's not exactly getting much. Qbanks is coming back here on that Mercy, trying to support his team, as we are going to see Zolano here go in, and the rest of his team is going to go ahead and follow onto this first objective. We aren't seeing too much here from the Hive just yet. Looks like it's just a bit of a wet noodle fight, an ult charge fight, but just as I say that, of course, Banana's going to go ahead and pop the visor, grabbing Qbanks, knowing exactly who to focus, as well as that D.Va who's quickly knocked out of mech. And outside of that ult, of course, going to pick off Cajun Wise Guy, as well as Peter panning on the Moira, and McStokes getting a kill of his own there onto that Winston. Ultimately resulting in a failed attack here from SlipStream, but they do have 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes to try a few more times. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, you were talking about earlier how like it was weird they didn't come back. That was because every single member of SlipStream's team is able to go in from the right edge over there and just regroup. As they were responding, they were just able to walk in the right side and just go to point really fast. So that wasn't unheard of, but the confidence they had in that push, going without any picks, was questionable.
Oh, absolutely. But we do see Tracer getting picked very early on into this fight, but it looks like SlipStream's not actually going to give up. Unfortunately for them, Banana is able to grab 2 picks as well as Fun on the Junkrat with that tire, knocking Qbanks and Voidex right out of the game very quickly, as Banana is also going to pick Cajun Wise Guy off, which maintains this Hive defense yet again. SlipStream trying to go in there despite their Tracer being down, but it looks like it was ineffective there in the end.
Yep, as it turns out, it does seem like both teams here are going to be just engaging in the shield war, but the thing about boys, they have the advantage in terms of just raw damage, and that hard counters a dive comp, especially with the bridges, who can just stun, run away.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the last thing you want in your Volskaya attack is for a Vilix to go down right off the bat, but as it turns out, that might be what you get here, as we do see Zolano dropping that D.Va bomb onto the point, and Cajun Wise Guy's gonna actually grab 2 picks. Both of the healers here from the Hive are down, but Banana has Visor yet again here, as he's gonna grab Cajun Wise Guy as well as Qbanks, knocking one healer right out of the game, as well as Voidex actually grabbing a pick there on Hermes. But it looks like the Hive is able to barely defend, hold up their defense for quite a bit here, much to Banana's credit, as he is able to grab a lot of SlipStream. He's going to go down there at the end to Peter panning, but McStokes is able to pick up the slack and get him right off of the objective. A very impressive defense from the Hive, especially considering they were down those 2 healers very quickly. We did see Justice raining from above here from Cajun Wise Guy, but that's going to be short-lived as Fun gets him right off the objective. But SlipStream's not quite done yet. They are going to force this overtime here, trying to defend this objective, but it's really not going to be very effective here, as Fun's going to have another tire, getting Mercy off the point, and that is going to be the Hive win Game 3, and that is the set, ladies and gentlemen, 3-0 to the Hive.
Play of the game.
Oh, there we go. Banana with the play of the game on the Reaper. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Let's see where this is. Here we saw that very split up defense here from SlipStream as this enabled, as you can see here, Banana on Reaper to just keep these guys staggered as they kept coming in, couldn't seem to get a defense together. And that was that very quick point there with, I believe, 6.5 minutes remaining. Very impressive.
Definitely.
But looks like that's going to be it from us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Overwatch Champions, quick little best of 5 set here with SlipStream on the blue team side and the Hive, the winners of the set, on the red team side. So thank you for joining, and we'll see you around.